the Philadelphia Phillies organization had the lowest qualified ERA among every pitcher in that farm system last year. He takes the mound in Game 1, and for the Patriots with Sean Semple.
Hello, friends and fans. This is Emily Messina, the RPhil's radio broadcaster, live from First Energy Stadium as we take on this remote broadcast when the Fightin Phils take on the Somerset Patriots for 2 games today, a doubleheader on the road at TD Bank Ballpark. I appreciate you joining me here on the airwaves as we're going to talk a little baseball. The Fightin Phils come off a huge win last night. They won 8-3 over the Patriots. Luke Miller, 6 RBIs, including a 3-run bomb. And the Fightin's starter, James MacArthur, and bullpen went off last night, securing 16 total strikeouts combined. Billy Sullivan getting 6 of them. And we do have our ambiance noise in the background tonight. Their game has not yet begun. We have a 4 o'clock start, but we do have some fun things to look forward to today. Starting off on the mound for the Patriots is going to be Sean Semple, and for the Fightin Phils, Ethan Lindau in Game 1. In Game 2, it will be Matt Crook for the for the Somerset Patriots, and for the Fightins, Francisco Morales. So it's going to be a fun 2 today, 4 p.m. for the first game and 30 minutes after for the second game. Probably going to take that 30-minute break to end the stream and restart with Game 2, as I'll be working on getting the lineup out from Sean Williams and just distributing that across the media board. There were some roster moves for the Somerset Patriots today, not for the Fightin Phils. In a couple of days, we haven't seen any roster moves for the Fightin Phils, which from the start of the season was very different. Zach Zenner comes up to Somerset along with Christian Perez, and Chase Illig transferred to Scranton, while Kevin Gadea reinstated from the temporary inactive list. So a couple new guys new to the Fightin Phils on the roster today that we might get a chance to see. Zach Zenner is going to start in this contest, and Fightin Phils have a similar lineup to yesterday, but look who's back. It's Matt Bierling today, which is pretty exciting. He's a fan favorite and also has been out with just a little bit of hand soreness for the past few days, so we haven't seen him in action, but he'll be a pop to the Fightins lineup that they're looking for, and he'll be up batting in the third spot playing center field. Bryson Stott still looking for his first hit in Double-A, but he actually was named Phillies minor league system hitter of the month for all of the work that he did in High A Jersey Shore. Blue Claws obviously was very, very impressive at Jersey Shore. He had a 1.002 OPS, which basically means that he hit for average and hit for power every time he was on base. So it's on base plus slugging percentage. So how many extra bases do you get when you get on? Things like that. And to have that high, I think that is more now the go-to stat over average, just because it's a little bit more all-encompassing. So I know a lot of scouts will look to that more so than average, because it does contain how talented you are in more than one way. The number 2 prospect was also stellar defensively. He played a little second and shortstop for the Blue Claws and made only 2 errors across the month. We've only seen him at short for the Fightins, and I think he'll pretty much remain there, but you never know. Usually Daniel Brito has been the starting second baseman, and with Gamboa being able to shift to multiple positions, today I think he's making his first start at third base. He's kind of more of a utility guy than Stott. I think they want to keep him middle infielder pretty much. So we'll see Gamboa move around. And today we see him at third. The other day we saw him in center field. So the national anthem being played at Somerset, and we are just ready to get things underway here. The Fightin' Phils do come out in their Los Luchadores de Reading jersey. Somerset has not had an opportunity to participate in the Copa theme. On the mound is Semple, and his first offering to Brito is a swing and a miss. They just joined affiliated baseball over the kind of winter months, taking over as the Yankees AA affiliate, so probably didn't have time to get that whole all things set up. But of course, the Fightin's playing as Los Luchadores de Reading. Brito lining one high in the sky, but able to make the catch is Zenner, who's out and left without really moving a couple steps. The defense for the Patriots, Zenner, Beltre, and Gilliam left to right in the outfield. Dunn at third, who had the day off yesterday. Burt at short, Castillo and Garcia rounding out the infield, and Sands moves behind the plate tonight after getting the time as designated hitter yesterday. And now we see Bryson Stott, who's still looking for his first hit here in AA. And we'll see how he adjusts to today. Hot in Somerset, New Jersey. It's 90 degrees right now, probably one of the warmer games that we've seen. And Stott will take a ball outside. Now he'll take a called strike at the knees. Coming into today's game, Stott has 4 walks, which is pretty impressive. He had 22 throughout the month of May, along with 22 strikeouts, which you don't usually see those number matched. Usually it's about twice the amount of strikeouts to your walk count. But Stott pretty patient at the plate for such a young guy. Extremely impressive. And he kicks and fires home. Stott fouling one back, staying alive as the count moves full. Semple, the righty starter, gets Bryson to chop off the bat with the shift, able to make the play at short is Dunn, who slided over, and he tosses it across the diamond, and it's not picked up by Garcia. It was in the dirt, so Stott safe on first, and it was deep in the hole. Let's rewatch that here. Fielded cleanly by Dunn. He sends it across the diamond in the dirt. It bounces, and it does go right into the glove of Garcia. So if they give anyone an error, it popped right out of his glove. If they give anyone an error, it's him. But I think Bryson would have been pretty close to making that on time. And they do recorded a single. So the new guy, the rookie, records his first AA single in minor league baseball. And now it's Matt Vierling who's getting his first at-bat since a while, to be honest. I should go back and look at that. And he fouls one off, going with Stott. Let's rewatch that. I don't think he caught it at all. The next offering, it's a ball that gets away from Sands. Stott now on to second. This time he'll get to remain. And Stott, his first hit and his first stolen base, all within a matter of a minute. And Semple now in a little bit of a jam here with one away in the top of the first. Pretty exciting for Bryson Stott after he was just named hitter of the month in the Phillies minor league system. And Vierling makes contact, driving into left field. It's going to bounce in front of center. Coming home is Stott. The throw, it's not even making it to the plate. It's cut off. And Vierling, in his first at-bat in this series, an RBI single. And Stott, all in the same probably 2 minutes, a single, a stolen base, and a run scored for the Fightins as they take an early 1-0 lead. And that's what we like to see out of the Fightins, just absolutely aggressive as Stott gets mobbed in the dugout. They're excited about his first hit here in Double-A. Welcome to the club, Bryson. And now Semple going for the pickoff attempt here. It will be Jorge Bonifacio at the plate with a runner on and just one out. Stott has not played since the Tuesday, of that home series against Richmond. So Vierling has not played since the 25th. And in his first at-bat, he gets an RBI single. We saw the same thing from him back when he had taken some time off when the team, after Bowie, he took a couple days off before he came back to Akron. And in his first at-bat against the Rubber Ducks, he hit a home run after taking probably about 5 days off. So really like to see that aggressiveness out of the gate for the Fightins as they are coming off of a big win. They're having some trouble on the road. And just to beat a team that's pretty solid in the Northeast League and all across Double-A has to be a huge confidence booster for the guys. You know, I was able to talk to our pitching coach, Tyler Henson, yesterday, and he was absolutely pumped. Our hitting coach, excuse me. He was pumped about, you know, the win. He thought it was, and to do it in such elite fashion, too. It wasn't some, you know, eked out win. It was pretty dominant on both the offensive and the defensive ends. So Semple now going for the pickoff attempt once again against Bonifacio. And we'll see what Semple has to offer here to Bonifacio. He's ahead 2 balls, 1 strike. He's got Vierling on first, and there's only 1 out here in the top of the first. Would love to get some insurance run here. He's going to fly out high in the sky, coming over a bunch of guys, and Castillo makes a bucket catch in shallow right field. I'm surprised he was able to keep it in his glove. I think, honestly, he might have been surprised, too. Watch that back. It just came off right off the end of the bat. And Bonifacio, there's a lot of sun. It's hard. It's 90 degrees. And he keeps it right in the webbing there of his glove. So that's out number 2 with a runner on. And once again, Semple going for the pickoff attempt. And we'll see what Stokes has to offer here. The first pitch, swing and a miss. He comes up with nothing. And the Fightin' Phil starting to really rack into Semple here early on. 17 pitches trying to get out of the first inning. Semple, a 2017 draft pick in the 11th round by the Yankees out of the University of New Orleans. Had success so far this year, and looks like they're trying to get Vierling as he stakes a base. And the throw from Sands, it was shaded on the left side of the bag, which is not the ideal place to throw it as the runner's coming on the right side. And applying the tag is Castillo, who was covering, but Vierling, of course, sliding in on the other side, able to get in safely, which is big. And that was the reason that Stott was able to score off of Vierling's single. If he was at first, if he hadn't have stolen, there's no way he would have been able to get around. But he was able to take 2 bags because he got himself in scoring position. Now Vierling has done the same with Madison Stokes at the plate. They go for the pickoff attempt at second, and if Semple is not careful, he is going to overthrow this ball into the outfield. Threw that one in the dirt. It's been a little rogue. Stokes making contact. It's going to end up in shallow center field. It's a pop-up. Who's got it? It's Castillo again. And that'll be that here in the top of the first inning, but not before Matt Vierling's single place. Bryson Stott, after his first hit in Double-A ball. Congratulations, Bryson. We're happy to have you here. And the Fightins leading 1-0 as they take an early lead over the Patriots here in the top of the first.
The Reading Fightin-filled birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
All right, well, we're back in action here at TD Bank Ballpark. I am at First Energy Stadium doing a live remote call. It is 90 degrees in Reading and 90 degrees in Somerset as the first pitch from Lindau, before I even got to introduce him, is a fastball to Beltre, and he'll swing and ground it right into Miller at first, who picks it up and makes the play unassisted. So 1 away for Lindau as things quickly get underway in the bottom of the first. The Fightin's already up 1-0 if you're just joining us. Bryson Stott, a single, his first in Double-A, and then he stole second and was plated off of Matt Vierling's RBI single. Now it's Diego Castillo's turn. He'll take a first pitch ball by Lindau, and the second one as well. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes is Moore. West at first, and Biarretta covering the third base area. And now Lindau gets a called strike from Moore behind the plate. Lindau went 5 innings in his last start, which was the longest we've seen a starter go at that point in time, and he'll get Castillo to foul one back, so he evens the count 2-2. So we'll see if he tries to go or if he's given the leash to go as far as he can now. We've seen before the Phillies having the guys hover around 65 pitches, but last night I think we saw MacArthur hit around 70. The relievers being kept to about, I would say, about 25 or so, with Ross going 22 yesterday, Marconi 19, and then Sullivan went to 31, but he was finishing off the game. Good news, I heard from their broadcaster last night that PETA, the guy that was beamed in the wrist, did not break his wrist. It's just, I want to say he said it was fractured, swollen, not broken. So no fracturing or anything. So that's good. He won't have to get surgery or anything as of now. And Castillo lining one into left field. It'll drop alongside Stokes. And so the Patriots now have their first base runner here in the bottom of the first. The Fightin still lead 1-0. They had 2 hits in the top half and a run scored. Lindau has looked better and better since his first few games. He has not allowed over 2 earned runs in any start that he's done, whether it's a start or coming out of the pen, to be honest. Typically he went about 3, but as I said in his last outing, he went about 5. And he had 6 strikeouts then. So we should look for a pretty quality start here from the lefty. And he'll go for the pickoff attempt to Donnie Sands. As I've said before, he was the Phillies minor league pitcher of the year back in 2019, which if you consider how many minor league players there were per each organization back then, that's a pretty elite award. Fitch behind the plate today after getting a few nights off. And he pops up to protect the ball from getting away, as it's a 3-0 count now to Sands. And he'll get the called strike. Lindau fixing his grip with the ball behind himself, bending over to Fitch. Now he'll stand up straight, he'll look at the runner, and he'll kick and fire home. It's a called strike. Fightin's in their gray road pants and the Los Luchadores de Redding's top. That is all black with the yellow sleeves and the Luchadores masks on the sleeve. They've got the Luchadores baseball cap. It's black and white with the mask on the front and a white brim. A red brim, excuse me. And these caps will actually be given away. I think Friday it's the giveaway. A chopper off the bat right into Lindau. Can't go for 2, but he'll get the runner coming to first as Sands is retired 1-3. He kind of bobbled it when it was hit into, like kind of into him, honestly. And I think he was almost hit in the head there. But he recovers it cleanly and stays calm, makes a good throw over to Miller, and they get another one. So that's 2 outs now with a runner on second as Castillo shifts over for Dermis Garcia. Somerset in their white pinstripe jerseys yet again. Haven't seen them wear any other uniform at home. Fightins have about 4 or 5 home jerseys if you've seen them play. They've got the Throwback Tuesdays, which are the royal blue. Those are like the jersey ones without the buttons, like the t-shirt jerseys. Sending it deep to left field, and it heads over just about every billboard out and left. And that'll be a 2-run home run from Dermis Garcia to put Somerset on top very quickly in the bottom of the first. Tell this is going to be a high offensive game. That ball was absolutely smoked out to left. They've got the wall pads like we do, but then they've got a set of billboards over across the entire outfield wall, and it went directly over those. That's Garcia's 10th home run of the season, and we saw him have a couple earlier in this series against the Fightins. He had 2 in their first game. And now he'll add another one. That one's going to be chopped up the middle, fielded on the run by Brito, and he does not even come up with it as it escapes him under his glove. We'll see how they record that. That would have been a tough play either way. I'm not sure they would have had the throw in time, but he didn't make contact with the ball. And so the Fightins do not record an out there as Gilliam on safely. We'll see how the official scorer recalls. They're going to call it a single, which I think is the correct call there. I'm not sure that Brito would have gotten the out either way. And now Lindau going over with a pickoff attempt. The Fightins have typically struggled with giving up runs in the first inning, so it's nice to see them come out with a lead after the top half, and they give it up immediately. It's 2-1 now, but definitely still in this game. It's early on. It's only the first. Of course, this is 7 innings as it's part of a 2-game doubleheader, so I'll have another 7-inning game to follow. He sends one home to Zenner, who just was added to the roster about an hour or so before this game. This is his first at-bat. And Lindau with a 4.85 ERA in the first inning. It'll be a ball to Zach Zenner. Sets up in the righty batter's box. Zenner, an 18th round draft pick back in 2015 by the Yankees. And he'll take a called strike right down the middle. The count is 1-2. He's 28 years old, and he spent the beginning part of this season in Scranton. So he was up at AAA. Now he's down here at AA. Been playing professional ball since then. Spent time in AAA and AA since 2018. And he will strike out to get the third out of the inning for the Fightin' Phils, although Somerset scored 2 off of the 2-run shot from Dermis Garcia, and the score is now 2-1 Patriots as we head into the top of the second.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin' Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
So into the top of the second we go at TD Bank Ballpark. The Fightins trail now 2-1, but it's going to be a high offense game. I can just feel it now with runs being scored from both teams in the first. Steven fouling off the first pitch he sees from Sean Semple. Now I was looking at Semple's game-by-game results, and he has only 1 outing where he has not allowed any runs, 2 outings where there's not allowed any earned runs. But runs are runs, whether they're earned or not. And now Steven will send this into right center. It's going to drop. He's going for 2. The throw, it's not in time. A double off the bat of Josh Stevens, his 4th of the season as he slides in safely. And he absolutely rocketed that to right center field, chasing after it, Beltre, but it bounced off the wall. He played it off well, right into his glove with the throw, not even close to second base. And Steven, who's been fighting a battle to get a hit, although he's been on base with some walks, has had trouble as of late. But he started off this inning with a double, and he's definitely a above average runner on the base pass, so we should definitely be looking for him to jump over to third here. But he's got himself in scoring position for Archimedes Gamboa. Takes a called strike, and here's the offering by Semple. He shows signs of bunt, but pulls back because it is outside. Gamboa having a heck of a game yesterday. He walked twice, a double, a single, and a stolen base, scored twice, and a couple of RBIs to his name as well. Absolutely incredible out of Gamboa after he had a couple days off. And now he'll take a called strike. He falls behind 1 and 2. There's nobody out here in the top of the second with a runner on second. And here's the offering by Semple. He's looking back at Steven. Now he'll come home and he'll get a called strike 3 from Moore behind the plate, who rings him up. So now there's one away here for Semple, who's up to 26 pitches here, just trying to get back into this after giving up a run in the top of the first. Stott crossing the plate. And Miller, who had himself a hell of a day yesterday, 6 RBIs, a double, a single, a home run, just 1 triple, a shy from the cycle. And I can tell he made contact. Did he make contact? I can't tell. Honestly, it's impossible. They're not even showing me the game right now. I'm sorry. I think he flew out to left there. Now they bring me back to the game. I'm at the mercy of the Somerset cameras. So well, it now comes up in the official scoring. He flew out to left, and Steven, having to remain at second, is still there now. There's 2 outs for Colby Fitch. And going is Steven. They catch him off second, but he's able to slide back in time. Wow. And Phillies, of course, having a little bit of trouble with base running miscues. I don't know if anyone was able to catch the rest of the Phillies game yesterday. Jankowski was caught between second and third. They were rallying in the 9th. They had no outs, and Hoskins had doubled. He was replaced by a pinch runner. Realmuto was at the plate. Nobody out. They were only down 1 to the Nationals. And Jankowski was caught between second and third and tagged by the catcher, which was tough because catchers don't make out at second. They're wearing all the gear. How do you chase down a runner? But nevertheless, you learn from that, and I'm sure it'll never happen again. As Fitch fouls one back, the count is 2-1. Runner on second, the Fightins trail by 1 here in the top of the second. Current temperature in Somerset, 92 degrees, absolutely smoking there. The earliest I think the Fightins have played, minus the Sunday matinee games, which on the road have been 1 o'clock. We play them later here in Reading. I think we started one of our games at 4:30 doubleheader, I believe. But it was not 90 degrees that day. It was actually kind of cold. So this is tough. As Colby Fitch walks. So the Fightins here with 2 outs have 2 runners on. And we're back to the top of the lineup with Daniel Brito, who has been the most consistent bat on the top of the Fightins lineup. And he's earned that leadoff spot because he gets on base. He's got a 9-game hitting streak, and that is his current on-base streak, his longest of the season, 11. But very impressive for the leadoff guy to get on. And 2 on, 2 outs. Brito swings and misses. Semple looking back at Steven now will go home. It's going to be a foul off the tip of the bat, and it's going to head into the concourse. Not many fans out here for game one in Somerset, obviously massively hot. I do see a bunch of them hanging out in their concourse, which is under a roof there. And so Brito now with an 0-2 count.
Plate this season just a
And it's a swinging strikeout for Brito to end the top of the second. The Fightin Strand, 2 runners on here, and they're behind 2-1. It is the Patriots' turn to bat. The Fightin return to the field in just a moment.
Does it mean to bank loans? It means your team of neighbor decisions. Plus of our mobile manager that checks remote money to even if it gets back on. Ready to the team at the Tompkins line or started equal house.
Copon is an ILB alternate idea across the country to better reach community identity in a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Well, here we go into the bottom of the second. Somerset up 2-1, and it's their turn to bat right now. It'll be the bottom 3 in the lineup: Dunn, Burt, and Polensky. And of course, Lindau coming back out for another inning of work. He's got 20 pitches after the first, and he gets done to foul one off in his first pitch. Just missed, being fair. 315 out to right compared to 330 at the Fightin's ballpark. Dunn, having the day off yesterday, returns to the lineup over at third. Left to right in the outfield for the Fightin: Stokes, Vierling, and Bonifacio. Gamboa, his first time at third base, as I said before. Stott remains at short and Brito at second. Miller getting the start at first today, and Fitch behind the plate. The designated hitter for the Fightins, Josh Steven, getting a rest from the outfield as Vierling comes back for the first time this series, and for the first time since the 25th. Lindau's offering outside, and it's 2-2. Dunn fouling it off once again. And so the count remained 2-2. A slight breeze out in Somerset. I can see the flag blowing in the wind at center field of TD Bank. Driving it into center field at the wall is Vierling. There's nothing he could do about it. And Dunn, his second homer of the season, puts Somerset up 3-1 here with nobody out in the second. And it's blowing right to left, I can see. see what they charted on the scoring. 9 miles an hour. I think it might be a little bit stronger than that, looking at the flag. But the second home run of the day for the Patriots puts them up 3-1 now. And nobody out for Matt Burt. Burt getting a called strike. And now he'll take a ball outside. Fightin Phil's hosted another graduation, their final on the lineup this season. Twin Valley graduated their seniors on the field this morning. About 250, I believe. It was a nice ceremony before the heat. They did it early in the morning, and it's fouled off by Burt as he stays alive. Lindau battling here. With the doubleheader, you definitely have to think differently about your pitches, or your pitchers, I should say. Debating on, you know, how many you're going to use per game, since it's 2 games, 14, excuse me, innings, as one comes in the dirt. It is 3 balls and 2 strikes to Burt here with nobody out. And here's the payoff pitch. He hits him in the arm, and I'll send him to first. As Burt seemingly okay, hitting about the shoulder area. Maybe was able to evade it, but either way, he's on first for the number 9 hitter, Polensky. Polensky playing in yesterday's contest. He had a 2-run scoring triple. That was his only hit, but it was a doozy, as the Fightins did end up taking that game 8-3. Lindau going for the pickoff attempt. The lefty able to see first base very well. And it's outside. Fitch able to slide over well and protect it from getting out. Lindau, glove at the waist, standing tall. And he'll kick and fire home. It's a ball. Ethan has rocked a mullet since he got here, and even before his time here, I've seen pictures in the past that he's had a mullet, and so that will be his fun fact on his trading card whenever those come out. And making contact with a high fastball is Polensky, sending it to left. Is it going to be over the fence? A jump by Stokes, but he's not able to make the grab. And that is another home run for Somerset, their 3rd today, as Polensky, a 2-run shot, makes the score 5-1. And balls flying out of the stadium for Somerset in this series. On the first night that they played each other back on the 25th, I want to say they had 5 solo shots that night. And absolutely insane. Their ballpark a little shallow. And so it's 5-1 now, as Lindau still fighting for his first out. 36 pitches as a ball comes into Michael Beltre. We're back at the top of the lineup here in the 2nd. now he'll get a swinging strike out of Beltre. The count now 2 balls, 2 strikes as Beltre swings and misses. Here's the pitch by Lindau, and he'll get him with a strike 3 as he goes fishing and doesn't grab anything. So the first down has been recorded and the second K of the day for Lindau. Here in the bottom of the second, Somerset up 5-1, and Diego Castillo up at the plate. He'll send the first ball he sees deep to center field. At the wall is Vierling, and it bounces off the wall. He's not able to come up with it, and that will be a stand-up double for Castillo. Tough to see with the lights there, and Vierling almost made the catch. He was about maybe a foot to the left and not able to come up with it. So, we'll see a mound visit now as Fitch going out to talk to Lindau. 1 on, 1 out here. He's going to grab the bag of rosin, and they're showing us Vierling, who making a motion. I was close to it. And we'll see Berge coming out now to talk to Lindau, the pitching coach. 402 straight out to center in TD Bank Ballpark, but really haven't seen a home run hit to center field. 400 straight out at First Energy Stadium. But all these home runs that we've seen coming off the bat from Somerset are right to left, which are a little bit shorter porches, 315. And Jonathan Hennigan is warming up in the bullpen for Reading. But hopefully the reverse will be true for the Fightins today if they are trying to get back into this game. We know they have the power bats. So on to face Donnie Sands, who fouls off the first pitch he sees after that mound visit. We'll see if Lindau is able to get the outs he needs to get out of this inning so the Fightins can come back up to bat. And it's a called strike to Sands. Here's the offering. It gets away from Fitch, but he recovers it quickly, so Castillo not able to advance. And it is 1-2. With 1 away to Donnie Sands. Here's the offering. It's high and tight. And now up to 45 pitches now. Lefty on righty matchup here. The 2-2 driven high and deep to left, but this time Stokes camping under it, and he makes the grab. Good cover by Bryson Stott to come out to shallow left. And so there are 2 away now for Dermis Garcia. Obviously a power bat. He hit a home run in his first appearance back in the first. But 2 outs now for Lindau, and here is Garcia. A runner still on second in the form of Castillo, and driving that deep to left. Is it going to hang foul? I think so. I think it did, and it did. And if that was fair, that would have been long gone. Here's the offering, the 0-1. It's in the dirt. Good block by Fitch. Matera having a lot of success, as well as Fitch, both behind the plate and at the bat. Yesterday, we saw Matera with a double, and he scored a run and was very preventative in not allowing any runners to advance, as he kept the ball in front of him the entire night. Fitch trying to frame a strike on the inside, but he doesn't get the call, and it's 2-1. Castillo taking a large lead off the second. Lindau not focused on him, just focused on the batter. And he sends one low. So it's 3-1 now. Open bases, of course. Wind a little bit picking up, but it's a hot wind out in Somerset. Here's 3-1. He gets a huge swing and a miss to make the count full out of Dermis Garcia. That was an impressive strike from Lindau. Let's see if he's able to get the job done here. 3 runs have scored in the bottom of the second, but trying to limit the damage. Here's the full count payoff pitch, and Garcia fouls it back to stay alive. Fightin scored 8 runs yesterday. Coming off of that, they are trying to ride momentum. Runner on second here with 2 outs. Somerset leading 5-1. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He gets the K that he needs to get out of the bottom of the second inning. The Fightins now heading up to bat. They're down 5-1 here in the top of the third. Don't forget, this is just a 7-inning game here in 1 of 2 of the doubleheader.
Spend some quality time taking them out every First Energy Sunday. King Sundays for Harley David. 4 ticket dogs and for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightins feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Well, as we enter the top of the third inning, Somerset leads 5-1 over the Arphils. They've hit 3 homers so far in this contest. But it is the Fightin' Phils' turn for offense. Bryson Stott, Matt Bierling, and Bonifacio, the big offensive producing guys thus far. Stott recording his first hit, stolen base, and run scored. And Bierling with that RBI single, so we'll see Stott first. Semple back in. He'll send a ball down to Stott, and a called strike, so the count evens 1-1. The other minor league awards were given out to Phillies across their minor league systems, as Luke Williams came home with Defensive Player of the Month, and Bailey Falter, of course, Pitcher of the Month. He's been absolutely stellar so far. Williams, of course, off in Palm Beach, Florida on the USA qualifying team. They play Venezuela tonight as they're searching for one of the 2 spots left in the Baseball Americas qualifier to go to Tokyo this summer. And he has been absolutely stellar in the leadoff spot for them. We can go over some of his stats later. They played against Canada yesterday, and they're the only team that has yet to lose in these qualifiers. 2-2 now to Stott. There's a shift on for him as Burt shaded to the right of second, and Dunn is basically in that shortstop position, but a ball comes in the dirt, and it's now a full count to Stott. We saw them have the shift against Stott earlier, and he hit right into it, but it didn't work out in their favor. And now here's the payoff pitch. It's outside, and Stott with his 5th walk here in a Fightin' Phillies uniform. So that'll bring up Matt Vierling. Vierling, of course, 1 for 1 on the day. And he goes for the bunt, but it rolls foul. And it's picked up by the pitcher, but nothing he could do about it down the third base line. Vierling jogs back to the plate. Good attempt to move Bryson Stott into scoring position here. Need to chip away at Somerset's runs. They're down by 4, and there's nobody out in the top of the 3rd. Asked Vierling if he has any nicknames he goes by. He says, usually just Matt, but sometimes Matty V or just V. So maybe I'll start to infiltrate that into my broadcast. He'll take a pitch outside. It's 1-1. Phillies game going on right now, a matinee Saturday game. And they are down 1-0 under the Nationals in the top of the 3rd. As Trey Turner just scored. Stott on first. Here's the 1-1 to Vierling, and he sends it sky high for a foul. Hennigan still warming up in the bullpen for the Fightins as Vierling takes a ball low, and it's 2-2. I know on the road the guys try to spend their free time resting. But when they have an off day, which is every Monday, a lot of the guys play golf. You know, a bunch of them brought their clubs on the road last time when they were away for 2 weeks. He sends it up the middle, 6-3, and they get the double play as Burt steps on second and then fires over to first. It's 2 outs now, and the pace has changed in favor of the Patriots. Burt fielding it cleanly, getting out of the way is Castillo. He'll step on the bag and send it along. So Vierling grounds into a double play, and it's Jorge Bonifacio's turn. with 2 outs now in the top of the third. He sends it high into Bonifacio. And here's the 1-0 offering as Sands setting up right down the middle, but the pitch from Semple misses, and it's 2-0. Bonifacio crowding the plate. Now he'll foul one back, and it's 3-1. He really stands like, I mean, he's standing right in the middle of the box, but he's just so big and so powerful seeming, of course. I mean, you could really tell that he's a big leaguer by the way that he carries himself, you know, having the opportunity to talk to him before. Very professional, very willing to talk. He gets to all the practices on time, everything. He bullets it deep to left. At the wall is Zenner, and it's across. A solo shot for Bonifacio, and that'll score a run as the Fightins tack on one. It's 5-2. Bonifacio sending, I said no one sent it to center because it's pretty deep out there, and Bonifacio to left center he goes. There's no marking where that is, but it's got to be close to 400. And he just unloads. Getting high five in the dugouts there from the Fightins. They're pretty excited. James MacArthur playing bat boy today. And it's 5-2 now as the Fightins get a home run of their own. Here's Madison Stokes. He'll see a pitch upstairs. And it's 1-0. 2-0 now as it comes in up top, and now grounding it to short is Stokes. Across the diamond, Burt, and into the glove of Garcia for out number 3. But not before the Fightins played another on a solo shot to deep left off of Bonifacio. It's 5-2 as we head into the bottom half at TD Bank Ballpark.
Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays feature special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
Looks like the Fightins will make a pitching change here. They're down 5-1 in the bottom of the third inning. After 3 home runs from the Patriots, the day is done for Lindau. He went 2 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs. They're all earned, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts for a total of 53 pitches. And coming in for relief first here, Jonathan Hennigan. 9 appearances, 11 1/3 innings. And has held opposing batters to a 3.26 average. Now his last outing, I think he really shined in. And it might be a change of pace here for him. 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. But he's looked really solid as of late. And just trying to get that ERA down after the beginning of the season. So he's on to face the middle of the Patriots lineup. We're starting with Isaiah Gilliam. And he'll induce a foul ball off of Gilliam, so he gets ahead 0-1. He throws to Fitch. It's in the dirt, but that was where it was intended, as Fitch was clearly down as low as he could possibly be to field the ball. Hennigan, my favorite stat about him is that he's batting 1,000 on the season and driving it right up the middle into the glove of Brito. He'll make the toss. It gets away from Miller. I think he will be given the error for that throw as Gilliam's safe on first. Tough throw. He made that kind of Derek Jeter jump throw and just off the pull. It pulled Miller way off the bag, but he recovered it well. Fitch over there to back him up, and safe on first is Gilliam after a throwing error to Daniel Brito. So a runner on here in the bottom of the third for Zach Zenner, and he'll send one foul into the stands. It's getting a little bit more crowded now at TD Bank Ballpark. There's some shade in the grandstand seating bowl. So I think everyone was hiding up in the concourse. Their concourse not set up like First Energy's. Theirs is up a level. So everything looks down at the field, where First Energy Stadium, an older ballpark, everything's at field level. Popping it foul is Zenner, coming over a bunch of people on the run, nobody able to make the grab. And thank goodness, because that was about only a foot in foul territory up the right field line. And Hennigan gets him to fall behind 0-2 now. Watching the replay, it was close by Bonifacio. A lot of people came over. She loved to see the hustle. And now the righty steps back into the box to face the lefty reliever, Hennigan. Glove at the waist. He sends it home, and it's sent it to left field. It's going to bounce in front of Stokes, and he'll be safe on first as Gilliam only able to move to second. That was a heater. A line drive out to left field, and there's 2 runners on with nobody out. In the bottom of the third, it's Somerset 5, Reading 2. And here is Oliver Dunn. Dunn, one of the 3 home run hitters for the Patriots. He hit his back in the second to start things off, and Hennigan coming home. It's outside. Good stop there by Fitch. We'll see the Fightins play the Hartford Yard Goats when they return to First Energy Stadium on the 8th. Hennigan getting a called strike. A fastball that just grazes the outside part of the plate. And Fitch once again setting up on the outside part of the plate. Hennigan does the fake throw home, but doesn't end up going as he turns around to have eyes on Gilliam. The lefty able to see first. And he'll send it home this time and gets Dunn to chase one way out of the strike zone. A huge pickup there as it moves to 1 and 2. We'll see if he can get the out here. Just getting that first one under your belt in relief, I'm sure, no doubt, is a relief. And here's the 1-2. Just misses outside. That was the same pitch, but this time he doesn't get Dunn to chase. And Dunn, a lefty. Typically, lefty batters have a less success off of Hennigan than righty batters. And just as Hennigan's about to throw, Dunn calls time and steps out. He's trying to throw off Hennigan's rhythm here, and we'll see who can stay on top. He's getting a sign from Fitch. They agree. And now he'll kick and fire home. Chopper. It's going to roll foul right at the plate. And so the count will remain at 2-2. I thought that was going to come up into fair territory, and so did Hennigan as he charged home. He was ready to make the play, which is what you love to see. Pitchers are athletes too. They can make those defensive plays, and they've got a little bit more momentum than the catcher with all the gear on. Depends on the pitcher. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Hennigan gets the job done. Oliver Dunn is retired for the first out here in the bottom of the third. And Hennigan looks excited to get that first out under his belt. And the same way he got that second strike, he got him to chase one low and outside. And Dunn kicking himself for chasing. So now Max Burt stepping in. Righty's hitting 259 off of Hennigan, and he'll go for the outside pitch again. This one curves right back in the zone. That was a beautiful curve there from Hennigan as he throws it outside, and it makes his way back in the strike zone as it crosses the plate. So it's 0-1 to Burt. And he'll call time, stepping out. Somerset is slow to the game, I would say. Really holding things up. And now Hennigan coming home, this one a little bit low. Runners on first and second as he pops it off the bat. Is it going to hit the ground? Yes, it's bouncing all the way to center field, coming around third, and scoring is Gilliam. And I believe it'll be a 2-run double for Max Burt. And we'll see who is able to score there. They don't have all angles of the replay. He just popped it right off the bat the opposite way. Chasing after it, Vierling and Bonifacio. And let's see if they give me the angle of who's coming home. It is 2 runs as Zenner crosses as well. So it's 7-2 now. Somerset. And they've got a runner on second with just 1 away. Aaron Polensky, the number 9 hitter, but he did hit a home run already today. Remember, this is a 7-inning contest, so we're nearing the halfway point right now. As that one comes in outside, the count moves to 1-1 to Polensky. Here's the offer. It's a called strike, and he does the same thing where he tosses it on the left side, and it ends up in the strike zone. It is a chopper off the bat of Polensky, picked up now by Hennigan himself. He sends it on to first, and they will get the out at first. And that one just batted right up the third baseline, a real slow roller. Hennigan charges off the mound, and good for him just going to first and getting the out, not worrying about Burt, who moves to third. And I think that was the correct call there, as you just need to get the second out here. Now, instead of, trying to go to third and they're not able to make the out, they've got two away for Michael Beltre. Beltre will swing at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Here's the offering. It's a little bit low, and it's 1-1. Somerset, 7 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Fightin's 2 runs on 4 hits with 1 error. And there's a runner on here in the bottom of the third as the Fightin's try to get out of this half. He'll get a called strike at the knees, and it is 1-2. Hot, hot day in the Northeast here, and a hot breeze blowing through as well, so that's not any sense of cool air. I can't imagine how the players must feel out there, knowing they have a doubleheader today. But of course, better than rain weather. And of course, Beltre calling time and stepping out as Hennigan's trying to get this job done. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's outside. It's chased by Fitch. And staying at third is Polensky. Or Burt, excuse me. Hennigan looks ready to rock here. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss as he gets Beltre to chase one, and he'll get out of the inning without any more damage. 2 Ks for Hennigan. It's 7-2 Somerset. But we'll see what the Fightins can do in the top of the 4th inning. This is some baseball you don't want to miss.
And the prevention of suicide. 3 simple words are: the hope is to begin to show Berks County that suicide affects and hurt, but help is here, and raise awareness about suicide. What we community to people in need of assistance and support should call crisis intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices, from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Well, here we go into the top of the 4th inning. The Fightins trail by 5 now, but they have Josh Stephen up to bat, followed by Gamboa and Miller, and they're ready to do some damage offensively. Semple back in the game. It's a chopper deep to second base. Castillo on to Garcia, and that's out number 1 for the Fightins. One away now in the top of the 4th for Gamboa. Struck out looking in his first at-bat. Patriots infield back deep on the outfield grass edge as Gamboa takes a called strike, and he's shaking his head in disagreement. It's a righty-lefty matchup. Gamboa sends one deep to center field, and it is going to be caught at the wall by Beltre, but all the way on the warning track. And tough that it didn't cross over there. So that'll be all up to Miller now with 2 outs quickly for Semple. He's only thrown 3 pitches so far here in the top of the 4th. He's up to 58. Miller we saw do a lot of damage yesterday. And he'll chase the first pitch for a strike. Semple's given up 4 hits, 2 earned runs right now. He's walked 2 and struck out 2 in 3 2/3. And it'll be a slow roller to second, Castillo to Garcia. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Fightins as Semple gets the job done quickly. We'll head into the bottom of the 4th inning as Fightins trail by 5 runs.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior 100% in Cornwall. The community opportunities, fitness, as well as musical peace of mind, healthcare, Cornwall Manor residential to homes. So are welcome to have a chance to more online.org. Celebrating 70 living.
Incorporated, a line food located in central Pennsylvania, services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Coming out for another inning of work is Jonathan Hennigan, set to face the top part of the order after striking out Michael Beltre. It'll be Castillo, Sands, and Garcia on to face the reliever coming out for a second inning of work. Fightins trail by 5 here in the bottom of the 4th in just a 7-inning contest. We're getting past the halfway point. Here's the first offering by Hennigan. It's a called strike. He's really nailing that breaking ball. Just drops right into the zone and fooling the batters. He'll go for it again this time. He just misses inside. And he'll get a called strike right down the middle. He seems pretty calm out there on the mound today, not letting either excitement ends get to him. And I think he gets a little bit longer of a leash than some of the other relievers, having spent some time in Double A already, and of course having played winter ball in Australia. As he sends one into the dirt, he's coming to 30 pitches here in his second inning. So hopefully he'll see it through this one. Perhaps another one, not sure as of now. Like I said before with the doubleheader, definitely want to be conservative with your pitchers. You've got 2 games now. It's roped up the third baseline. It's going to stay fair, bouncing to the wall, grabbing it as Stokes. He'll send it in, but not before Castillo safe on second with a double. What a hell of a day for Castillo. 2 doubles and a single, scoring once. 3 for 3. Absolutely incredible. His 5th double of the season. And that'll be a runner on second with nobody out. The Fightins have one more game in this series. Tomorrow, a matinee Sunday game at 1 o'clock. I'll be on the air with you guys for that. And, of course, they have the Monday off, as they always do, before they return home at First Energy Stadium. Hennigan sends one down the middle. It's a called strike. Sands up at the plate. He'll take a ball in the dirt. Good block there as it went kind of into the throat of Fitch, I think. It really looks like Matera behind the plate, I'll be honest. I was told it was Fitch. And it went into his throat, bounced off, and now Christarian coming out. That's definitely Matera, 100%. It's still Fitch. And the lineup, I gotta see his number. Maybe I'm just not able to see here on the remote call. Must just be tough here on the remote call. Can't quite tell. So we'll get you that information as we can, but he looks fine right now. He's back in the game, and Hennigan coming in to just grab the ball, make sure that Castillo not able to move across. And here's the offering. It's outside. Good pickup. So runner on second, nobody out here for Hennigan. And he's trying to get Danny Sands out. He chops one foul and he gets ahead now, 2-2. That went right into the Fightin's dugout. And he gets him out swinging. Another picked up K for Jonathan Hennigan as Donnie Sands goes down. His 3rd strikeout swinging of the afternoon, and a big pickup out there for Hennigan. Now he'll face Dermis Garcia. And the offering is low in the dirt. He calls time, he steps out. Hennigan ready to rock and roll. And these guys are really trying to move out his rhythm. I don't know if they just like to work super slow or they're really trying to get to him, but it's not working as Garcia chases one in the dirt. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Castillo still out on second. Somerset 7, Fightin's 2. As Hennigan tries to get the job done here in the bottom of the fourth, he looks back at the runner. Instead, he'll go home, and it's low for a ball. This time, Garcia not chasing. It's 1-2. So, Hennigan fires home 3-1, and he'll get the swinging strike from Garcia to make it a full count as he is really battling here. And it's in the dirt as he walks him, but that sets up the Fightins for a double play. With a runner on first, there's now the force out for Isaiah Gilliam. And there is going to be a mound visit as Bergeson comes out, and that's definitely Nick Matera behind the plate. I was given a lineup that said Fitch started behind the plate, so I just assumed that. I don't know if he came out at all or he never got the start. Really hard to tell on the camera, but I know what Nick Matera looks like, and that's him. So, Hennigan now throwing to Matera at some time that switch happened. And Bergie out there talking to Hennigan. Now they'll break up. They're on the same page. Matera in his Phillies catcher's gear. It's all red, and his hard helmet with the logo P on it. And he'll foul off the first pitch he sees. Runners on first and second with 1 out. The Fightins trail by 5. They would love to get out of this clean and back up to bat here in game 1 of the doubleheader. And he'll get a called strike right down the middle. And it's 0-2, Hennigan getting ahead. Gilliam just batting 188 on the season. Hennigan looking back. Now he'll come home. It'll be in the dirt. Good block by Matera. So we'll do it again here. Hennigan looking back at the runner on second. Now he'll send it home. It's low, and the count evens at 2. Castillo taking quite a lead off of second. No one covering. I can't see the infield, so I'm going to have to assume the Fightins are playing straight up right now since I don't see anyone else in the camera shot. He comes home, it's again inside, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now I see Stott. He's playing straight up shortstop. Hennigan takes a deep breath, gets the sign from Matera, who sets up on the corner of the plate. He'll get a chopping ground ball. It's foul. And Gilliam stays alive. Let's see what Hennigan can do here. It's the payoff pitch. And he gets him out swinging. The 4th strikeout for Hennigan. And the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 4th. A huge out there for Reading as they try to get out of this inning damage-free. And Hennigan's breaking ball looks top-notch here this afternoon. That's going to be the end of the day for him. We will take a short break as we find out who's going to try to get the last out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's a pitching change.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at First Energy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with large see-through netting. Starting at $31, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com or call us at 610-370-FALL to reserve your group outing.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phil's game ticket for only $18. No need to visit the concession stands. You can add a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet to any ticket. Selection includes barbecue chicken, barbecue sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, mac and cheese, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, fruit, cookies, and Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL, order online at Fightins.com, or visit the Weidenheimer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
The R. Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightins Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils.
So we're coming back after a pitching change. Jonathan Hennigan hands the ball off to Tyler Carr here to get the final out in the 4th. Hennigan is responsible for 2 base runners right now, so his line will not close. But into the game is Tyler Carr. 10 appearances all in relief, 14 2/3 innings. Opposing batters have a .339 average. And he'll face off against Zach Zenner, who just came from AAA, so pretty much a AAA batter right now, who is 1 for 2 today. And he'll get a swinging strike out of him, and Carr's second offering, it's a called strike right down the middle. So with 2 on and 2 outs, Carr just trying to get the last out he can here as he inherits 2 runners. He's inherited no runners this year coming in, so we'll see how he does. He sends one up and in, and it's 1 and 2 now. Bottom 4th, Fightins trail by 5. And he chops it. Picked up by Stott. He'll go for the force out at second, and they'll get the job done. Tyler Carr in here for relief and gets out of the inning clean. So the line will close on Hennigan as well with no runs across in this half. We will take a short break as we head into the top of the 5th, and then I'll fill you in.
One 854 1-800 just Sport out sponsor of Bills. Bills are proud to partner with Pennsylvania throughout the season. Pennsylvania is the leader in animal and empowers communities capacity to go to all health humanely. Pennsylvania is Fiesta Proud sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Well, here we go in the top of the 5th inning. Fightin's trail by 5, but Tyler Carr comes in and strands 2 Somerset Patriots runners on the base pass. And so it is Nick Matera who is coming in now to bat. The first offering by Semple, who's still in the game. Semple at 60 pitches right now is a ball outside. And Matera sending one back into the netting behind home plate, fouling it back. And the 1-2 now from Semple, it misses outside, and it's 2-2 now to Matera. We'll see him battling here. The offering by Semple. He chases one low. He chops it slowly to short. It's picked up by Burt across the diamond, and that'll get one away. As we're back to the top of the Fightin's lineup with Daniel Brito. And now the first offering, it bounces in the dirt, gets by Sands, but no foul. And Brito now looking for a hit to extend his on-base streak. He'll foul one back. He sends a chopper to first. Fielding it is Garcia, and Semple coming over to cover. They make the connection, and that's a quick 2 outs for the Fightins, as Semple seems to really have found his groove. Now on to Bryson Stott, who's been on base both times in his appearances, 1 single and a walk. And the pitch coming inside. It's a ball now to Bryson Stott. He fouls it up the first baseline into Somerset's dugout. And I can see now where their clubhouse is in Somerset, I believe. So the dugouts, you have to take a couple steps down to get into them like you do at First Energy Stadium. But as I said before, the seating bowl is lifted above. So all of the stuff that the players do is on ground level. And then everything else goes up from there. And it looks like there's an entrance to the clubhouses on either side. For the Fightins, it would be on the left side, and for Somerset, it would be on the right as Stott fouls off another one. And so it seems like they can enter right then and there. I know the Fightins, of course, their clubhouses, they have to walk through the concourse on both the home and visiting side. And I've been told by a lot of players that they really like the old school vibe of the ballpark, of course, being built in 1951. There could be some drawbacks to that, but they really like how close and personal they can get with the fans. In previous years when they were allowed to sign autographs, he chops it right back to the pitcher, Semple onto first, and they'll get it done. 1-2-3 here in the top of the 5th. We'll continue this conversation after the break, but Somerset up 7-2.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go. The Fightins have been shut down 1-2-3 in their last at-bats, and we'll see if they can turn that around. But first, it is Somerset's opportunity. I believe Tyler Carr will be coming out for another outing of work, and he will face off of the bottom part of Somerset's lineup. Oliver Dunn first, taking a foul tip and a swinging strike, and then 2 balls as we get underway in this inning quickly. The count is 2-2. One coming in outside now. And Carr working quickly, trying to get into the groove as Hennigan was as well, but just got caught up with Somerset not getting in the box fast enough. But Dunn chasing one high in the zone. And a big pickup strikeout there for Carr to shut down Somerset with the first out in the bottom of the fifth. The final line, of course, coming in for Jonathan Hennigan. He went 1 2/3 inning in relief, 3 hits, two runs, one of them unearned, so only one unearned run for Hennigan, a walk, and 4 Ks in 47 pitches. The offering a called strike to Burt. And now it's 0-1. 91 degrees in Somerset. The righty kicks and fires. It's grounded to the shortstop position. Stock coming on, makes the throw on the run, and quickly 2 away now for Tyler Carr. Wind is shifting about 7 miles per hour. And now Carr cleaning off his cleats on the mound. It'll be Aaron Polensky's turn to bat. He'll take a called strike. Here's a 13th pitch from Tyler Carr. And it's a foul ball as he gets ahead early here. He's been working quickly against the Patriots as the Fightins look to get back into some offense here. Running out of time in game 1, just a 7 inning outing for the team. And here's the 0-2 as Carr kicks and fires. It's high. Carr facing Matera. Now it's called time. Something going on in the field. Can't quite see. And they're all looking back towards the first base area, but now all seems to be right as they're getting ready. And Polensky fouls this one off. He looks like he wants to check his swing, but accidentally pulls all the way through. And there's nothing you can do about it. There is someone warming up in the bullpen. It's Zach Britton. And we'll see him try to merge into his typical role with the Yankees as late reliever. We've seen him get 2 starts, and the Fightins have seen one of them. As Polensky goes down swinging, a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Carr as he shuts down the Patriots. And we'll see if Britton comes in to face the Fightins in the top of the 6th. They're trailed by 5 runs here, heading into the 6th.
Conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Well, Semple's day is done. And Zach Britton, as we saw, coming in for relief. Semple going 5 innings strong, 4 hits, 2 runs. They're both earned 2 walks and 2 strikeouts. Let's see how many pitches he totaled there. 74. And now Zach Britton comes in. Britton, we saw earlier, Matera hit a 2-run bomb off of the Yankees reliever. So we will see if the Fightins can get after him again, obviously coming back off of that elbow surgery in March to remove a bone spur. So, of course, he's slow to roll back in, want to make sure everything is good to go. I know he was facing some elbow soreness. And I wonder if we'll see him for 1 here or possibly 2. But he is on to face Matt Vierling. And Vierling takes a called strike. Britton, of course, in the typical back half of the bullpen with the Yankees, usually the 8th inning guy before Aroldis Chapman. And he sends it home in the dirt. Here's the 1-1 now to Vierling, batting .305, the highest Fightin's average right now. We'll take another called strike. But .996 OPS, which I was talking about earlier with Stott, that is on base percentage plus slugging. And when Vierling gets on base, he usually does so with power and gets for extra bases. He will strike out swinging as he chases a curveball from Britton that drops low in the zone. So now Bonifacio, mano y mano here, big leaguer to big leaguer, and he'll fall 0-2. And Bonifacio popping one foul, this one way out of the field of play. And we'll see who comes out on top here as Britton has the early lead. One away here in the top of the 6th, Somerset 7, Reading 2. Here's the 0-2. It's a chopper to short. It's grounded, and it is fielded cleanly by Dunn, who comes and cuts off Burt, but the throw is way high and not in time as Bonifacio reaches cleanly, and they're going to call that a throwing error by Burt, which I agree with. He rushed towards it and cut off, throwing error on Dunn. He rushed over kind of to charge the baseball, which was coming into Burt at short. And he hustled in and made a bad throw over the head of Garcia, who was able to jump up and grab it. And I think that definitely saved Bonifacio from going over to second. And here's the 1-0 now to Stokes. It's inside, so it is 2-0. 1 on now with 1 out for the Fightins. And just a little offense would get them right back into this game. They certainly have the power to do it. And the pitch, he chops it. It's going to go foul into the Fightin's dugout. James MacArthur, the bat boy, will come out for today. It's 2-1 now. And Stokes drives it up high, but it's foul again. Battling off of Britton here at this at-bat. He's 0 for 2 today. Just at the Mendoza line. And we'll see if Stokes can get anything done here off of the major league rehabber. Ironic that there's a gentleman in a Mets shirt directly behind home plate witnessing the Phillies-Yankees matchup. And this time it'll remain in field. It's a high fly ball to center. Catching it is Beltre, and sticking it out at first is Bonifacio. So 2 down now for Josh Stephen. Fightins have been pretty solid with their 2-out rallies. We'll see if they can capitalize on that today. Setting up on the outside part of the plate is Sands, and the first pitch loops into the strike zone. It's 0-1. Somerset leading by 5 here in the top of the 6th. There's 2 outs, but the Fightins do have a runner on. Bonifacio taking a slight lead, and the lefty reliever fires home low in the zone. I think Bonifacio very excited to be back in professional baseball with the Phillies organization. He was just signed back in May. Just under 2 weeks ago, we'll say. And it is a called strike to Steven, the count 1-2. After he was released, he went and spent some time in the Winter League, but not much. Just looking to get back in to baseball in America. And here's the offering. Steven checks his swing. Did he go? No, he did not, says first base umpire Tom West. And so we'll get to do it again, this time with 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll watch it on the replay. And he really held his wrists strong as he was coming around. I don't think he crossed home. And so that's what makes it just a check. And a swing and a miss retires Steven. So the Fightin will strand a runner on the base pass after 5.5. The score is Somerset 7, Fightins 2. And as we head into the bottom of the 6th, we're going to take a short break.
Better pitching, fast, and more usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year, and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an R-Phil's game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Into the bottom of the 6th inning we go as Beltre fouls off the first pitch he sees from Tyler Carr, coming back in for another outing of work after sitting down the Patriots 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 6th. We'll see what he can do now in the 6th. Carr kicks and fires home. Matera on the outside of the plate, but he throws it in, and so he'll miss with the ball. He misses again, this time outside. Some free baseball today as we are making up the Thursday night rainout as part of a doubleheader today. So game 2 starts 30 minutes after this first one. Both of them 7 innings. And after a first strike to Beltre, he throws 3 straight balls. And now he'll get a called strike inside. And so the count is full. Carr so far 2 Ks in his relief appearance right now. And he sends the payoff pitch home. It's a swing and a miss, and make that 3 Ks as he records the first out in the bottom of the 6th. The Fightins have now retired 6 straight Patriots, going back from Jonathan Hennigan's strikeout to Gilliam all the way to now. It's Diego Castillo who is 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single. So this would be a big out for the Fightins to make right now. Pitch comes in low. It is a ball. Carr sends one inside. It's a called strike, even though Castillo tries to lean back and make it seem more inside than it actually was. I love when guys do that, and you kind of can't fault the other team because you want your players to do it as well. You know, you over-exaggerate, you try to frame things behind the plate, and Castillo fouls one back, so Carr getting ahead now, 1-2. Of course, you always prefer for it to go in your favor, and you hate when it happens in the reverse. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes to Castillo, and it's outside, and Carr kicks himself there for missing that pitch. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. As Somerset still leading by 5. Carr looking to sit down the Patriots. Here's the 2-2 to Castillo. It's chopped foul. So we'll see who comes out on top here. We're going to do it again. It's still 2-2. Castillo batting .315 right now. Came into the game .275. He'll take one up high. Tyler Carr was an organizational all-star back in 2019. Here's the payoff pitch, and he gets the called strike 3 on the corner of the outside part of the plate, and Castillo knew it. As he's walking back to the dugout gingerly, Carr sits down the power hitter for the Patriots. He went 3 for 3 today, and then all of a sudden a K from Tyler Carr. Retires the 7th Patriots straight. And here is Donnie Sands. And the pitch coming in up high. Both of these last two batters that Carr's retired on swinging strikeouts have went to full count. Sands grounding it up the middle. A diving Brito comes up with it, and sitting down, he makes the throw. It was a tough throw, and I don't think that Sands would have been safe either way, so I believe that will be recorded a single. We'll check with the scorer, and it is a single deep in the hole at second. And that's one of the types of balls where it's a tough throw and you get torn between just eating it and trying to make the incredible defensive play. Brito very good defensively, but obviously, can be difficult in a seated position to make a perfect throw, especially under pressure situations. So there's a runner on and 2 outs as Carr sends one high and tight. And Carr sends one in the dirt. It's 2 balls and no strikes now. When we get to the top of the 7th, which will be the Fightin's last opportunity to bat, they'll be in their 7, 8, and 9 guys. And that's not to say anything about those guys. Great power hitters in the bottom of the lineup with Gamboa, Miller, and Fitch. Carr missing 3 straight times. And it's 3-0 now. But of course, just as a 7-inning game, and with the Patriots on top, there will be no bottom of the 7th if things continue to go the way they are. It is a slow roller to Brito, and a good cover there by Carr to get over in time as Miller was charging the ball as well. And Carr does get over there. Brito flips it over, and that will strand a runner on for the Patriots. But Carr gets the job done. And top of the 7th, we go the final bout for the Fightin's offense here in Game 1 of the doubleheader.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
So they are not going to give Zach Britton more than 1 inning of work as the Yankee relievers rehab inning is done. He goes just 1 and strikes out 2. The rest of it clean across the board. Throws 18 pitches. And now coming in for relief, Steven Ridings. This is Ridings' first appearance in this series. 8 appearances in total, 8 and 2/3 innings pitched. He's held opposing batters, though, to a .069 batting average. And as I said before, Archimedes Gamboa is going to be here to start us off. First pitch comes in outside. The Fightins have 3 outs to make a go of this here in the final 7th inning. If the day is done for Tyler Carr, he was absolutely stellar in relief. 2 1/3, just 1 hit and struck out 4. Chopper up the middle from Gamboa. Fielding it is Ridings. He'll jog a little bit to first before the underhanded toss to the bag, and that is 1 away. Carr, of course, I said striking out 4 in just 35 pitches. Impressive relief outing for Tyler. And the Fightins get away with just using 3 pitchers, as will the Patriots. Miller swings through the first pitch, and he falls behind 0-1 now. He's 0 for 2 today. But the day will continue with Game 2. 30 minutes post-game. We will try to get that up and running for you as soon as we can. I got to go get the lineups and send out a couple things, but then I'll be back on the air as Riding's follow-up pitch is in the dirt. Somerset 7 runs on 10 hits. They've made 1 error in the field. Reading 2 runs on 4 hits. They've made 1 error as well. Ridings kicks and fired. It's driven deep and far to right field, but on the run at the warning track, Gillian is there to make the catch, and Miller is retired. 2 away now in the 7th for Nick Matera. Riding setting up. Here's the first offering. It's fouled back by Matera. Oh for 1 today. Came in to replace Fitch. And he'll check his swing. Does he go around? No, so it's 1-1. Matera here, the last opportunity for the Fightins, as there's now 2 outs in the top of the 7th. They trail by 5. And Ridings' pitch is fouled again by Matera, back, this time all the way to the concourse area, right by the Dippin' Dots stand. Down to their last strike. Reading tries to counter. Here's the 1-2. It misses, and Matera stays alive. So we'll do it again now with a 2-2 count as Ridings tries to close things out and Matera battles him off. He kicks and fires home, and he stays alive with the foul ball. Matera fighting things here in the top of the 7th inning. Fightins trailing by 5. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Here's the 2-2 to Matera. It misses, and the count is now full. I do think it's interesting to note, and this is something I want to explore with our players, the guys that hold their gloves at the waist when they're setting up on the rubber, and the guys that hold their glove up high at their face. I would say split 50-50 between guys who do both. Definitely could be different out of the stretch here. Matera sends a fly ball deep to right field. Is it going to stay fair? No, it's foul, but there to make the catch is Gilliam. And the Fightins are retired. They drop game 1 of the 2-game doubleheader, 7-2, as Somerset takes game 1. We were going to take a 30-minute break. I'll start a new stream up for us when we start game 2, so I'll see you back here. Thanks for joining me, Fightins fans, and join me for game